Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers. Today the subject is Chance, Part 1, from the Mother. What do we understand by the term chance? Chance can only be the opposite of order and harmony. There is only one true harmony, and that is the supramental, the reign of truth, the expression of the divine law. In the supermind, therefore, chance has no place. But in the lower nature, the supreme truth is obscured. Hence, there is an absence of that divine unity of purpose and action, which alone can constitute order. Lacking this unity, the domain of lower nature is governed by what we may call chance. That is to say, it is a field in which various conflicting forces intermix, having no single definite aim. Whatever arises out of such a rushing together of forces is a result of confusion, dissonance, and falsehood, a product of chance. Chance is not merely a conception to cover our ignorance of the causes at work. It is a description of the uncertain melee of the lower nature, which lacks the calm one-pointedness of the divine truth. The world has forgotten its divine origin and become an arena of egotistic energies, but it is still possible for it to open to the truth, call it down by its aspiration, and bring about a change in the whirl of chance. What men regard as a mechanical sequence of events, owing to their own mental associations, experiences, and generalizations, is really manipulated by subtle agencies, each of which tries to get its own will done. The world has got so subjected to these undivine agencies that the victory of the truth cannot be won except by fighting for it. It has no right to it. It has to gain it by disowning the falsehood and the perversion, an important part of which is the facile notion that since all things owe their final origin to the divine, all their immediate activities also proceed directly from it. The fact is that here in the lower nature, the divine is veiled by a cosmic ignorance, and what takes place does not proceed directly from the divine knowledge. That everything is equally the will of God is a very convenient suggestion of the hostile influences, which would have the creation stick as tightly as possible to the disorder and ugliness to which it has been reduced. So what is to be done, you ask? Well, call down the light. Open yourselves to the power of transformation. Innumerable times, the divine peace has been given to you, and as often you have lost it, because something in you refuses to surrender its petty, egoistic routine. If you are not always vigilant, your nature will return to its old, unregenerate habits, even after it has been filled with the descending truth. It is the struggle between the old and the new that forms the crux of the yoga. But if you are bent on being faithful to the supreme law and order revealed to you, the parts of your being belonging to the domain of chance will, however slowly, be converted and divinized. Question to Mother. If chance is the expression of disorder in the lower worlds, still there are happy chances, which are not necessarily the expression of a disorder, aren't there? Mother. Happy for whom? For generally, in this world, as we see it, what is happy for one is unhappy for another. What is happy in one case is unhappy in another. And that too is an expression of disorder. I don't say that necessarily it is a chance occurrence which makes you unhappy. I say that it does not correspond to the order of truths, which is very different. One may be happy in the midst of disorder. There are many who are perfectly satisfied with their disorder and would not like to change it. Question. A happy circumstance may come from a set of circumstances which harm nobody. Mother. We do not see it harming anyone or anything simply because we do not have sufficient data. We cannot judge circumstances, for we do not know the world. What do we know about it? Our vision is so short and so limited. Just think. A man can never know what lies beyond his 120 years, at the maximum. And I am putting a very big limit. And I count the first years of his existence, though generally he does not remember what has happened then. What does one know about the world in so short a time? And about the consequences of things? Nothing at all. And even granting that one can remember sufficiently well to know the result or antecedent of a so-called chance, it is altogether a local knowledge. What does one know about what is happening at the Antipodes or in a million other places on the earth at the same moment? We know nothing about it. And as we know that all that happens is linked, that all things are closely linked, consciously, that there cannot be a vibration in one place without there being its consequences in another, how can we tell whether our chance is not harmful to someone, though it be favorable for us? I think it is impossible to form a judgment. How shall I put it? A correct judgment about things, for one does not know what is going on in the world. We do not know the whole. We know nothing of the play of forces. And we say that chance is the result of a play of forces. Only instead of being the expression of divine harmony, it is the expression of conflicting wills. These wills are not all necessarily bad or hostile, but they are always ignorant. Each one tries to realize his own will, and the victory is to the strongest. The strongest is not necessarily the best in this field. When one thing is realized, how many others could have been realized, which were not, because this one was realized? And all these things we do not know. We cannot compare what is with what could have been. No, I have not said anywhere that chance was necessarily the work of hostile forces, but it is certainly the work of ignorant forces. Question. From a scientific point of view, chance is considered as something without a cause, or as the result of a number of small causes which intervene and are more or less independent of each other, giving rise to the notion of disorder. But how to know whether a thing, an event, etc., is due to chance or not? The word chance is rather a way of speaking, isn't it? Mother. But that is exactly what I am saying. I never said that chance did not have a cause. You say that a thing is due to chance because you cannot discern all the causes which have brought about that thing. But one who is in contact with the divine truth can know very well if it came from there or not, quite easily. Question. But for one who can follow causes and effects? Mother. Excuse me. We have given a definition. We have said that unless an event is the result of the intervention of the divine will expressed without mixture, it is a question of what we call chance. Question. Then in the ordinary world, many things are due to chance. Mother. But of course, I have not said anything else. In the ordinary world, all is the reign of chance, except from time to time, something of which the cause is indiscernible to the crowd, but discernible to one who is in touch with the divine will. That alone escapes chance. This does not happen very, very often, so it is not too risky to say that all things in this world happen through chance. Question. We are here then by chance? Mother. One cannot generalize, nor can one ask personal questions. So we shall say vaguely that for some it is a chance event, but for others it is a divine will. Namaste.